What's up, world? This is episode 34 of the Remix Your World podcast, and it's Motivational Mixdown Day. Welcome to Remix Your World. I'm Allison Kalagna, global DJ and music producer turned life remixer and personal growth coach. In each episode, we bring you real talk, inspiring stories, and heartfelt conversations of personal transformation to help you uplift and amplify your life. This is the Remix Your World podcast. What's up, world? It's episode 34, and it's Motivational Mixdown Day with me, Allison Kalagna. I have a little bit of a cold, so bear with me. I've been traveling a lot, playing a lot of shows and producing events in Dallas, and I got a little sick. This is what happens, but the show must go on. I realize that it's been a couple of weeks since you have heard from me, so I'm just checking in, saying hello, telling you what's going on. I do have some great episodes and interviews in the works upcoming with some great artists and some other interesting guests as well. I won't tell you who they are or what they do, but some people that are really up to some cool things. So outside of just the music world. I also have some guests that are going to come on and talk about different modalities for healing and transformation and other things that can help you in your personal life, your professional life, and all that good stuff that helps us to grow, because that is the purpose of this show. If I am not helping and inspiring and uplifting and amplifying, then why am I doing it? You know, my mission to have this show is to create this space where people can come on and we can have authentic conversations about what's happening in our worlds and create a conversation around what things that we would like to have happen also. It has also been requested that more people want to know my story in terms of how I came up as a DJ and all of the kind of things that I went through. So I'm going to do that as well, because in the beginning of the podcast, you've heard my story of why I've remixed my world and why I now help others remix their worlds. But I haven't talked so much about my history as a DJ. So a couple of people have reached out and was like, I really want to know your story. So I will make sure that that happens and we'll get on the airwaves soon. It could be for the 50th episode because we're approaching that. So maybe that could be something really cool. If you have ideas and guests and topics that you would like me to discuss, please reach me at the new podcast, the new email, which is hi@remixyourworld.com. Again, it's hi@remixyourworld.com. And I will gladly see if I can make that happen. Quick motivational mixdown that I wanted to talk to you today about is I had this great conversation in a class a few weeks ago, and we were talking about this idea of being responsible and how that word can have so much weight, right? Responsibility. And what I like to kind of look at with that word is I like to break it down into how am I able to respond? So responsibility, how am I able to respond? We have these moments in our lives. We have these conversations that happen. We have work responsibilities, all of these things that are requesting our attention. And a lot of times what can happen is we choose to react rather than to respond. And where I like to look at consciously responding to the situation is really being able to respond, which is then actually really being responsible with you, responsible with your actions, responsible with your intentions, truly coming from a place of open-heartedness and knowing that this moment, this situation that is in front of me, I have the power, I have the choice to respond in a loving way, in a kind way, in a caring way, in a professional way. A lot of times things come at us at work or in our relationships, and they can easily trigger us and fuse us into a state of reaction, right? So if somebody comes to us with feedback, say in a work environment, then we immediately want to go to a place of defending. We want to go into a place of not being able to actually really receive the feedback. It triggers something in us, and then we react with that. When we're able to respond, there's this quiet space between receiving feedback, letting the feedback land, hearing the feedback, checking in with ourselves, and then carefully being able to respond in a way that is productive, in a way that is helpful, in a way that is kind and is caring. It's just a more conscious way to approach things. So over the next couple of weeks, I want you to pay attention to when somebody comes to you with something that might be feedback, maybe something at work, maybe a lover or in your relationship, your parents. Notice, check in with yourself before you respond. I have a moment now to check, do I want to react to what they are saying, or do I want to respond? Responsible. Being able to respond without judgment, without aggression, without anger, without defensiveness. That's what I want you to practice. Just try it on. Everything that I bring to you, they're just merely clothes in the closet. Go to the closet and try this one on. Notice, are you normally in a place of reactivity? Or do you allow the space in between to really center yourself and then respond from a conscious space? Okay, so that is your motivational mixdown and your homework. I look forward to seeing you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Let me know what the word responsible means for you. How has this landed? Take a picture on your phone, tag me on Instagram, DM me, and let me know what you think. For the subscribers out there, we are now on iHeartRadio. So if there are some people that listen to their media through iHeartRadio, we are now on iHeartRadio as well as Spotify and, of course, iTunes and Google Play. And if you can always listen to each episode at remixyourworld.com/podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I'm really happy that you are a part of the show, and I appreciate the people that reach out and tell me what they love and what episodes and what more they would like to hear. And if you are listening through iTunes, please rate, review, and subscribe. And if you found some value in this message, send it to a friend who needs to hear it. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you next episode. Bye.